Dateline 1969. In mid-November, the Children's Television Workshop released Sesame Street, the longest-running kids show as of right now into the world. For the past 45 years, it gave us many memorable moments, like the first episode, the many Muppet moments, Sesame and a bunch of other worms heading to the moon in 1997, and the countless specials from the 80s, not to mention Mitt Romney talking about the show as part of his campaign in the 2012 presidential election. However, there is one particular element people don't seem to talk about when discussing Sesame Street: the animated segments. Today, that all changes. I say this because I'm going to talk about my picks for the top 20 animated segments from Sesame Street. Why top 20? When teaching numbers, that's usually as high as they'll go. With that said, let's begin. Number 20, The Ladybug's Picnic. Let's begin with a classic. Way back in the 1970s, there have been a couple segments animated by Bud Luckey, who eventually found employment at Pixar. Here, he taught us how to count to 12 using ladybugs, and the song ain't half bad either. Number 19, The Farmer. Continuing with the classics, here's a segment with a farmer, his fiddle, and some animals. It seems a little out of place to have non-farm animals in this, but it still works nonetheless. Number 18, Shapes. We start with the circle on a journey, and it turns into a square. As it advances, it also turns into a triangle, then a rectangle, then a trapezoid, then a pentagon, then a hexagon, and finally an octagon. A spider even makes a web out of it. Number 17, The Old Lady That Lived in a Nine. This title is self-explanatory. An old woman lives in the number 9. Don't question it. As you'd expect, she has 9 kids, 9 dogs, and 9 cats. But one day, she finds one more dog in her group. She then resorts to packing everything up and moving to the next number. You know, that's kind of extreme thinking when you think about it. Number 16, Rubber Stamps. Another counting segment with artistic appeal. You are treated with rubber stamp images, one for each number, with some smooth jazz to accompany it, as the transitions for each one cannot be ignored either. Number 15, 6 Soccer Socks. Let's get kicking with the second quarter of the countdown. As the title suggests, 3 pairs of soccer socks march down the hall like a troop of military soldiers, all the way to the wash, where they'll be good as new. Number 14, 20 Pickle Pie. Uncle Ned is said to be a wonderful chef. He is ready to prove it with a pie that he has made of what else than 20 pickles. When the pie is done, he cuts 20 pieces for his friends. And spoiler alert, they hate it. With a passion. Number 13, Fairy Alphabet. A fairy treats us with awe-inspiring visuals of creatures taking shapes of letters. After the last one, the fairy returns to a crescent moon. Throughout the segment, our ears will detect music that sounds like something like a tune you'd hear at a fancy event. Number 12, Martian Beauty. Animated by the same guy who gave us the Ladybug's Picnic, Bud Luckey. It shows a Martian who has 9 of every part of her body, by which I mean 9 hairs, each with a ribbon, 9 eyes, 9 nostrils, 9 arms, 9 toes, but stays put. No wonder there aren't any signs of life on other planets. These Martians must have died out, if that's what they're like. Number 11, Abstract Counting. Now for some high art of the modern age. each number takes the shape of an animal or even a person. The animation is stunning, and the music sounds like an optimistic tune an African tribe would sing.